Agent Rainmaker, Enlightenment or Voodoo Magic? Sally Lawson. Sally, I've known you for over 10 years. I've followed you. We've spoken many times. A lot of my clients are your clients and obviously vice versa. A lot of people almost look at the Rainmaker series, and I know there's different things in Rainmaker, which I want you to talk about, is it's almost too good. So is it Enlightenment or is it Voodoo Magic? Talk to me.
I wish I could say it was Voodoo Magic because that sounds really interesting, but no, it isn't. All right, so we do something called boot camp. It's a 4-day transformational event, really. And what we tend to find is people book on it because they've got an issue. And usually it is not enough landlords, not enough leads coming through, not making enough money, or they're just standing still, they're just not growing. And they just really don't know what to do about it. And what we do in that 4-day boot camp is the first day we sort of look at the problems and we really drill down into it. So for example, we had an agent in recently that had like 1,000 properties under management, but their turnover was only 700,000.
It's a bit low.
So that's £700 per property per year. That's below the unoptimized value. But they were really happy. They got a really optimized business and a really successful business, but actually they were leaving so much money on the table. Then we've got another one that's been 30 years in trade. They've got about 8 different branches, estate agents and letting agency brand, and their profit margin was 3%. 35 sales staff sitting there, not growing. The father wanted to pass to the son, and it was like, what do we do with this business? And then I'll give you another example of a lady that came into the boot camp, which is not our normal avatar. She was a bit small for us, but she found the money to come to boot camp. And she had 25 properties under management, was driving her daughter's car and really just didn't make ends meet. To give you an example of those 3 people, the person on the £700,000 turnover realised that he could get himself to £1,800 per property by just making some changes, additional services and whatever. We broke it down into pounds per hour. We worked out everything that they were doing. We took away the stuff they shouldn't be doing for free to save time, built it back into the additional services so that she could focus on the things that actually make money. And he walked away with a plan to add an extra couple of million to his business. The guys, well, this was only 2 weeks ago, but hopefully he will. The 3% profit margin people, a little bit long ago, so that was a year ago. So they built a plan in the room to add about 2.8 million to their business. They went away, they readdressed all of their fees and charges, they readdressed their structure, they got rid of the stuff for free, they restructured their team, they added multiple additional services, they increased the rates that they charge to be in line with our hourly rate, and they have already in the last 12 months added over £500,000 revenue to their business. The 25 properties under management lady, she came into the room. In the room, she realised that because she'd copied what everyone else does, she wasn't charging enough. So she wasn't even making the equivalent of 25,000 a year, which was crazy. And so she realised she had to start charging things. She was running around doing everything for free, helping everybody, just being everybody's best friend, but not actually making money for herself. In the room, she's in Wales. There was this change going on in Wales, and she was just about to go and do it for free for all of her landlords. She says, no, I'm going to charge for that. She made 6,000 in the room by putting that fee in place. She then left and she started to charge for all the things that she should be charging for. She started to put some additional services in place. She started to match landlords selling, landlords buying. And one of the things we teach in bootcamp is how to acquire the competition without using any cash. In the room, we have a phone out. We phoned over 32 different letting agents in the room. She ended up buying one of the ones that she called. And fast forward 6 months, she'd gone from 25 properties to 120 properties, and she'd added £120,000 to her business. And she had a shop and she had a member of staff. Brilliant. Fast forward another 6 months from there, she's now done another acquisition. She's over 220,000. She's bought herself a car. It's a beautiful car. Now, there's an example of what we do to people in bootcamp. So what happens is people come in like, oh, and they leave like, I have the answer. And it feels evangelical, but it isn't. It's just giving people.
And after the boot camp,
hope.
Do you offer more one-to-one support after that for those that want it?
So we always talk to them at boot camp about our mastermind. We do a 12-month ARX mastermind. And boot camp, we tell you everything you need to do to go and do it yourself.
So you don't need to go on this?
No, you don't need to. And the 25 properties under management, she didn't go on to, she couldn't afford to go on the 12-month mastermind. She did that herself. But if you want to, You want to go on the 12-month mastermind, then fine, we're there to help you and support you through that journey. But if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. You will have everything you need at that bootcamp. You don't need to come on the 12-month mastermind. But if you come on the 12-month mastermind afterwards, you're then part of the community, and we're there to help you and support you. So it's an amazing 4 days. We love it. The team love it. It's just phenomenal.
Now, there's going to be some people that come on this boot camp and then don't see the results. What would your message be to them?
The only way they're not going to see the results is if they just don't take action. And I can't quantify for that, but most people do. The average person that comes in the bootcamp will add 100K in the next few months. The average one. For example, someone like Samantha, the 25 properties, I would have told her she couldn't add 100K because she hadn't got the business to optimize. She's too small. She's like not our avatar, really. She's not the right person, but she wanted to come and she was determined. And she found a way to do it by using the acquisition strategy, which is great. But if she hadn't done the acquisition strategy, she wouldn't have got to 100K.
The fundamental thing, though, is that the agent themselves will want to change.
Yes, they have to want to change. But I think the bootcamp does that. The bootcamp, because you're in a room, and quite often a lot of our people come again to bootcamp.
They do. Even people who are indoctrinated,
Yeah.
if you don't mind me saying, and I say that nicely, and I do say that nicely, ladies and gentlemen, is that there is so much energy in the room, isn't there?
They come back again. And so quite often you're sitting next to someone that's already added $1 million or added $500,000 or added $250,000. So that belief system, you're going, this is a load of rubbish, there's no way I could do this, starts changing when you're sitting next to someone who's done it, who's trying to work on the next $500,000. And so I mean, we're just getting such amazing results now, and the results are getting faster. 5 weeks now is the fastest we've had someone generate 100K. I mean, that's just insane.
So it's a 4-day course. How often do you run them?
4 times a year.
4 times a year. What's the website?
agentrainmaker.co.uk.
And they don't need to go on the mastermind afterwards.
Not that I don't want to, no. In fact, we actually don't invite everybody. It's invite only. So if you look at the last boot camp we did, there was 11 people, businesses on the boot camp. There was 26 people in the room. We only invited 5 to join because the other ones weren't suitable. If it's not right for you, we won't even invite you, because if you're too small, haven't started yet, and also some people are the wrong type of letting agency. Some of them we can't help. For example, serviced accommodation, those sort of people, there's no point in them joining. We can't help them. So it's only if it's right for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sally's not paid me to do this video. However, she's been here to talk about other things. And I said an opportunity to talk about her services. I know loads of people have been on the courses. Most of them have actually implemented it and put it through. I'm a big fan of what they do, but the magic thing is this: you have to want to change, and you are it's going to be hard work, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
Hard work.
Challenging that fear of change. It's a big thing.
If you're prepared to, look beyond that, embrace your fear, then it needs serious consideration. I must stress, Sally's not paying me to be here or for this video. I'm just a massive fan of what she does. So please, and her team, obviously, because they do all the work. And we'll cut that bit out, don't we? And yeah, just do check them out. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.